Good morning, everybody. Would y'all like to learn how to change a blade on a power bandsaw? I thought you would. Cutting out some blades, the 10-piece set blades. Now this thing works very well until that happens right there. After it starts dulling a little bit, it will knock a few of the teeth off, and then this blade here is no good anymore. So I use these because they're expensive, but they're not as bad as some of them. They work pretty good. $31 I think for a package of 3. Which then I can run and get those at the local hardware. I don't have to order them. I could probably find them somewhere cheaper than that, but for good quality. Because right now I'm cutting a 1095 high carbon, and it's fairly soft, so these last a long time on it. So now what I've got to do, leave this for y'all to see it. I finally got the oak tables done and off the table. Can't deliver them this afternoon because it's supposed to rain, and I sure don't want them to get wet. Now, put it in that slot, feed it on that wheel. Like that, and you turn the saw up. Do it without it falling out of there. And the back side, close that down. And that tightens it back on there. Now to get it seated all the way back around, whoop, you can see what I'm doing, can you? Get it seated all the way back around, we'll just plug it back in. Just gonna bump it a couple of times. It's loud, so watch your ears. And we're ready to mount it back on the table and get back to work. Alright, I'll show you how to mount it back on the table. Y'all remember my homemade Duma Flitchy jig table here that I made? It's working out real good. What I say it cost me? It cost me a couple of screws and some time and a piece of bamboo. Now take this brace, that'll help it hold it up there. Alright, y'all see? But I can't. Screw right there. Whoop. Don't want to cross thread it. Need one more hand because I've only got 2. Alright, that'll sit right there. Make sure y'all can see. Good and tight. Don't over tighten though, because this is cast aluminum, and strip them holes out and have a problem. There we go. Let's tighten this one down. Same with that. We'll strip that out either. Now, if you're wondering where this goes, move this camera right here just a second. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it this way. Maybe you can see. Put a wedge down under there like that. That'll keep it from bouncing up and down. Now, sorry for walking in circles. Let's see, I've already got that many roughed out. Now, see, this young man wanted to see some video of how they're being made, so let's see, I'll go ahead and cut one. See if we can. Me and my camera work. See if it'll sit there. Pardon me, if it don't, it'll fall off, right? Let's move these tools out of the way. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll be right back. Let me put these tools away where they're supposed to be. Then I'll show you. Alright, let's see if we can do this without knocking everything over. First thing. Second thing. Because this thing is loud now, so y'all watch your ears. Watch your volume. Now, that's one of the steak knives. From here, it'll go to the drill press, drill the pinholes, and from there it'll go to the grinder. And from the grinder, it'll go to blade etch. From there, it'll go back to the grinder. Then it'll go to heat treat, back to the grinder. Just a long process. Alright, when I get to the next stage of them, young man, I'll show you that. I'm not saying your name because I don't want to give it away, because I know this is a big deal Christmas present. Next step, we'll start with the butcher knife. Now I do this so much I can pretty much guess where the pins need to go. Center punch, center punch, center punch. Alright, that's where our pins are going to go. Now if you want to be persnickety about it, you can, for you beginners, you can measure that out if you want to. See, they're not exact, but they will look very cool and they will work very well. That's the main thing. Move that out of the way. Now I have a 1/8 inch drill bit. Let's see, let me move the camera on the other side so you won't be able to see. Alright, just got a piece of scrap wood there. Uncle Buck, here's my eagle oiler. My father-in-law gave me this to me years ago. It is made in Wellsburg, West Virginia. So that's an oldie. I don't even know if they still make them in the U.S. anymore. Put a dot of oil. There we have pinholes. Now I'm going to do the same thing on all the rest of them. And then we'll go on to the next step here. Next step, back to one of the steak knives. Put on the little grinder, and I'm going to start shaping the handle portion. Now this is, it goes pretty quick with this 1095 because it's soft. And after heat treat it'll be hardened steel, like it's made specifically for knives. So I'll get this one done pretty quick, show you how it goes, and then we'll move on. And the high temperature today is supposed to be 80 degrees. Break another record, I think. The high tomorrow is supposed to be 52. We've got some rain coming in here in a little while, and the cold front's coming. So I'm doing as much as I can today. Then I got to get my heater rigged up. Yes, in the 40s and 50s I need heat out here. I'm thin-blooded. I'm from Florida. Alright. Watch this. Now my bucket of water is gone. Hang on, let me go get a bucket of water. But anyway, I'll let this keep it a little bit cooler where I can handle this in. And hang on, I'll show you the whole thing. Just a minute. Water bucket. Now, well, there we go. One steak knife ready for blade etching. I put my blade etch on there. Then we will get it ground again, get the bevels ground, and continue on. Now the rest of them all work the same way. The butcher knife and the chef knife are much easier because they don't have, they'll have straight handles. These will have handle, you know, where you can get a hold of it a little bit. You really need to, you got one of them $3 steaks like I eat, but you got to really cut on them. Alright, one down, 9 to go. Look who showed up.
Hey everybody.
Alright, got all the blades cut and ground. You notice there's a couple of extras in here. I'm going to do these all in one batch. I got another batch. Now I'm going to get ready to blade etch. And everybody, y'all know who you are, making cracks about my fingernail polish. Well, I feel the mood for purple today.
I see ya.
Come here, I'm going to paint your toenails.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
I'm just going to paint these down with a heavy coat of this. And let it dry, and then I'll show you the next step here in just a little bit, which I've already done this, showed y'all this before, but I just want to show him how his set is going together. A little bit more on that one. Like that, and I'll do all the blades, and then we'll start etching. Now this part takes longer than actually, just most of the time, actually, than cutting and grinding the blades. Gotta be done. Alrighty, we are very close to being done with the blade etching. That's started cleaning off the, that's the butcher knife there. There is the chef knife. Let me move this camera right here, and I don't know if you saw the video or not how I did this, but I'll show you right quick. Got the etching machine slash battery charger
Ain't charged a battery in years, but it sure does a good job of etching.
Doing this, I scratched my maker's mark into that fingernail polish, and this is just actually burning it into the metal.
With vinegar and salt.
Yep, this is the vinegar and salt method. You can use water and salt.
I
Can
think
actually-
the vinegar actually works better.
It does. It's not as messy as the water either.
Yeah, it dries up real quick too. Yeah. That's what that looks like now. See all that? Actually clean.
Mm-hmm. You can actually get acid. You can make acid and just drop on there and just let it work without burning it.
And you can also get a special tool made that you can burn it in there with that tool.
Yeah, or a stamp, and there's
Yeah.
all kind of ways to do it.
This is the most time consuming. That's why we do it.
Plus, it is the least expensive way to
That's
do
right.
it.
It's the least expensive way.
A gallon of vinegar and a box of salt to do a whole bunch of knives.
You got that right.
And some Q-tips. Plain old Q-tips. Name brand Q-tips, not those cheap ones. They don't work as well. Alright, we got that top part burned in. Now we burn in the USA. So if y'all see me showing off some cool fingernail polish colors, this is probably what it's for. Maybe.
Sometimes.
Depending on when it's late at night or something like that. Alright, this will be the last clip on this video. I don't want to run too awful long. And I'll pick up a part 2 tomorrow. When I start the grind, I gotta do the bevel grinds and get the heat treating done. Temper in, and then we'll get it into the handles. Burn that one a little bit deeper. That cold front is getting closer. It's getting cloudy. It's getting windy. Looks like it's going to rain.
Yep.
And it's supposed to rain here in a little bit.
I am ready for the cold.
He's ready for the cold. I'm ready to light the heater. The heat from around here. So.
That's right. I ain't from around here. I'm from over in Crestucky way, 30 miles east of here.
No, he's a transplant. He's actually from way up north.
Yeah,
Way, way, way up there.
but I was smart. I only stayed there 17 years and I got out. Born and raised in southern Michigan.
Is that outside of London, England, somewhere?
Yeah, way outside. Way west of London.
Or somewhere close to Canada, somewhere over there?
Yeah, real close to Canada, as a matter of fact.
I got some good friends in Canada.
I wouldn't brag about it.
I got all my Canadian viewers. Send your complaints to the Master Sergeant.
I love the Canadian people.
Thank you.
I just don't like their government. The Canadian people are fantastic. Of course, Ontario is really not very far from where I lived.
Never been there myself. There you go. I'm doing them and he's cleaning them off. Now the last one in the set is a fillet knife, which is actually not made out of the 1095. It's made out of something else. But the fillet knife you want thin, flexible to do your fillet with. Whoops. But it goes the same way. No difference. It does have a very, very high carbon content to it, so it's good stuff. Alright, so that's how that's done. Alright, that's it for today. I thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. See you later.